Good morning, all of you. Welcome to the Good Samaritan School online classes of mathematics conducted by Chandan Kumar. Welcome to all of you. Today we are going to solve some problems based on sum of n terms concept, chapter 5, exercise 5.3. In the first question, we have taken question number 2, first part of 5.3. The problem is 7 plus 10 1 by 2 plus 14 plus plus 84. In this we have to calculate the sum of all these terms, in which the a is 7. We have calculated d using the concept of a2 minus a1, which is 10 1 by 2 minus 7, which will give us 21 by 2 minus 7. Simplifying, we get d is equal to 7 by 2. Now the last term is 84, so which is the an. Applying the formula of an, a plus n minus 1 into d is equal to 84. Substituting the value of a as 7 and d as 7 by 2, and solving as per the concept and rule of equation, we get the value n is equal to 23. Now in order to calculate the sum, we can apply Sn is equal to n by 2 multiply by 2a plus n minus 1 into d, or n by 2 into a plus l. We can use both the concept here because the last term is also given. Now I have applied the first one, putting the value of n, putting the value of a, and putting the value of d, and then simplifying, we get the sum of n term as 2043 divided by 2, which is 1046.5. Now in question number 2, which is the third question, fourth part of 5.3, the third term value a3 is minus 15 and the sum of 10 terms is minus 125. In some books it is given as 125, in some books it is given as minus 125. So I have taken it as minus 125. We have to do the value of finding d and then finding the value of 10th term. Now we have written like that, a3 can be written as a plus 2d is equal to minus 15. Now the value of a is minus 15 minus 2d, which is the first equation. I have calculated the value of a from that, then applying the formula for sum, which is n by 2 2a plus n minus 1 into d, and in place of n I have written 10. Then we get 5 multiplied by 2a plus 9d is equal to minus 125. 5 goes to the right side and divided. I'm going to divide minus 125. Then I got 2, putting the value of a, which is minus 15 minus 2d plus 9d is equal to minus 25. Calculating it using the concept of equations, I got the value of d equal to 1. Now putting this value of d in the first equation, we get a is equal to minus 15 minus 2d. Then we get a is equal to minus 15 minus 2 multiplied by 1, which is minus 2. The value of a is minus 17. Now we need to calculate the value of d and the 10th term. So for 10th term we can write a plus 9d. Substituting the value of a and d in that, we get the value of 10th term as minus 8. In the next question, which is question number 9 of 5.3, the question is, if sum of 7 terms of an AP is 49 and sum of 17 terms is 289, we have to find the sum of first n terms of the AP. Now as we see the question, the sum of 7 term is 49, which is the square of 7. Sum of 17 term is 289, which is square of 17. We have to calculate the sum of n terms, so the answer should be n square. Now we'll see how we'll solve it. S7 is 49 and S17 is 289. We know the formula of Sn, which is n by 2 multiplied 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Then S7 can be written as 7 by 2 multiplied 2a plus 6d, as we have substituted the value of n as 7 in that question. Then simplifying as per the equation, I got 2a plus 6d is equal to 14. Similarly for S17, I have applied the value of n as 17 and I got 2a plus 16d is equal to 34. Subtracting both the equation, I get 2a plus 16d minus 2a minus 6d is equal to 20. 10d is equal to 20 and the value of d as 2. Now we have to substitute this value of d in either of the equation first or second. Substituting the value of d in first, 2a plus 6 multiplied by d or multiplied by 2 is equal to 14. 2a plus 12 is equal to 14. Then calculating the value of a as 1. So the AP becomes 1, 3, 5, 7 dot dot dot, which is the odd number series. Now the sum of n terms, I have applied n upon 2 multiplied by 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Keeping n as it is and substituting the value of a and d, I get the sum of n terms as n square, which is the required answer. So the sum of odd natural number is equal to n square. Now in the fourth question, which is question number 10 of 5.3, the question is show that a1, a2, a3 up to an forms the AP, where the nth term is 9 minus 5n. Substituting the value of n as 1, 2, 3 and 4, we get a1 is equal to 4, a2 is equal to minus 1. I have to put the value of n in nth term for equation, which is given as 9 minus 5n. Now the value of a3 is minus 6, the value of a4 is minus 11. So they all are forming AP, having the common difference of minus 5. Now in order to calculate the sum of first 15 terms, I have applied the formula Sn is equal to n by 2 multiplied 2a plus n minus 1 into d, where n is 15, a is 4 and d is minus 5. Solving it, I got sum of 15 terms as minus 465. Previous question, in the question given that nth term is 9 minus 5n. In this question 11, it is given that sum of n terms is 4n minus n square. And we have to find the first term, second term, third term, 10th term and the nth term. Now first we have put the value n equal to 1. We get s1 is equal to 3. Now s1 means the sum of first term, which is only the first term, that is a1. So s1 is equal to a1 is equal to 3. Now n is equal to 2 will give us s2 is equal to 4. Now s2 is the combination of two terms, which is a1 and a2. So a1 plus a2 is equal to 4. Substituting the value of a1, we get the value of a2 as 1. Now in order to calculate d, which is a2 minus a1, 1 minus 3, I got minus 2. Now we have a as 3 and d as minus 2. We can calculate the value of third term as the form using the formula a plus 2d, which give us a3 equal to minus 1. Then the 10th term using the formula a plus 9d, which give us the value as minus 15. Then nth term a plus n minus 1 into d, substituting n as it is and then value of a and d, we get an is equal to 5 minus 2n. Important question of this exercise, question number 18, which is also called the spiral problem. Spiral is in the shape of semicircles having the radius r1, r2, r3, r4 as given. In total we have 13 semicircles. So we have calculated the circumference of each. C1 is equal to pi r1, which gives 0.5 pi. C2 is equal to pi r2, which gives pi into 1, which is pi. C3 is pi r3, so pi into 1.5, which is give 1.5 pi. Now the length of semicircles are forming an AP. So the first term is 0.5 pi. The difference is also 0.5 pi. In total we have 13 semicircles. So in order to calculate the length of spiral or the total length of the semicircles, which is the circumference sum, we have to calculate the formula Sn is equal to n by 2 multiplied by 2a plus n minus 1 into d, where n is 13, a is 0.5 pi and d is 0.5 pi. Calculating it, we get 13 upon 2 multiplied by 7 pi. Substituting the value of pi is 22 upon 7 and then eliminating, we get the total length of the spiral is 143 centimeter. We'll see question number 6 of 5.3. The first term and the last term of the problem of AP are 17 and 350. If common difference is 9, we have to calculate how many terms are there and also the sum of all terms. A is 17, the nth term is 350, which is also the last term. D is 9. So applying the concept of an, which is a plus n minus 1 into d equal to 350. The value of a is 17, the value of d is 9. Substituting all the values and then calculating as per the rule of equation, the value of n we got as 38. Now sum of n terms, we can apply here n by 2 into a plus l because the last term is given. Whenever we have the last term given along with n and a, we can apply the formula Sn is equal to n by 2 into a plus l, where n is 38 here, a A is 17, L is 350. So we get 19 multiplied by 367, 6973 is the required answer. Now we will see one very important problem, which is the optional problem of this chapter. Which term of the AP 121, 117, 113 will be the first negative term? Please listen to this question and see this question very carefully. Negative term, we have to calculate that which term is the first negative term. Negative term means the value of nth term should be less than 0. It should be negative. So an less than 0. The formula is a plus n minus 1 into d less than 0. Substituting the value of a, which is 121. The value of n we don't know. The value of d as minus 4, because d is a2 minus a1, which is 117 minus 121 gives minus 4 less than 0. Now calculating 121 minus 4n plus 4 less than 0. Minus 4n plus 125. 121 and 4 are added, less than 0. Take 125 to the right side, becomes minus 125. Now when you substitute, when you take minus 4 to the right side, when you take a negative number from left to right, you have to change the sign. So n becomes greater than minus 125 by minus 4. Always remember, when you take a negative sign from a left side to a right side, you have to change the sign of greater or smaller. So n greater than minus 125 upon minus 4, which gives us n greater than 31 1 by 4. So the next natural number lying after 31 1 by 4 is n equal to 32. So when we calculated the 32nd term, which is a plus 31d, we get the value as negative. So in this question, the 32nd term, 32 term will give us the negative value. Now we see question number 19 of 5.3, logs problem. In this question, it is given that in total we have 200 logs which are arranged such a way that first row contain 20 logs, then 19, then 18, and then so on. So we see sum is 200, the first term is 20, the difference is minus 1. Applying the concept of sum of n terms, which is n by 2, multiply 2a plus n minus 1 into d, which gives 200. Now taking 2 to the right side, we get n multiplied by 2 into 20. The value of a is 20 plus n minus 1 multiplied by minus 1 is equal to 400. 200 is multiplied by 2 gives 400. Now we get n multiplied by 40 minus n plus 1 is equal to 400. Simplifying, we get the equation n square minus 41 n plus 400. Factorizing using the factorization method, middle term split method, the value we get of n is 25 and 16. We cannot take n 25, because if n is 25, the value of 25th term should be negative. Number of logs cannot be negative, so n is 16. So in the last row, which is the 16th row, the number of log is 5. We can calculate that using the 16 term value, which is a plus 15d. I hope all of you understand all these questions. Try to complete 5.3 till Monday and complete all the chapter questions of arithmetic progression. If you find any doubt, you can message me that question. Thank you. Complete all your work.